guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sneha and I make videos related to books. And today I just wanted to start off this reading vlog, kind of a different reading vlog, but this was part of my Tackle the TBR challenge. So yeah, today is Thursday, July 27th. I was in Delhi for the last 4-5 days for some family things, and I just got back because I wanted to go to office, but it's just raining cats and dogs. So I don't want to risk getting stuck outside in the commute and whatever, and in the suburbs. So I am going to be working from home. And I thought I'll just start this vlog because I've been thinking, because I was in Delhi, I bought a lot of books, and I am just that TBR that on my bookshelf TBR that I have of physical books is just increasing, and I'm on a constant quest to decrease it, but then I go buy more books, so it's back to the same total. It's a vicious cycle. So from today I'm really going to try to knock it down and just not buy any more books. And for that, a strategy that I want to employ is just start reading the books that I bought the most recently, because otherwise usually what I do is I pick one book which I bought recently and then one book which has been on my shelf for the last couple of years, and the last couple of years books that I end up picking I no longer have that much interest in. So it's a vicious circle, and then I just buy more books. So that's why I want to read the books that I've recently bought, so because then the excitement is still alive. So that's what I'm going to do. So today, so in this video, I'm going to show you my recent acquisitions, all the books that I bought recently, but over the course of the vlog, and also try to read as many of them as possible. So the first one that I am going to try to read is The Friend by Sigrid Nunez. I bought this in Mumbai in Kitab Khana, I think earlier this month. I picked this up because I had already read another book of Sigrid Nunez called What Are You Going Through. I had a blog on that as well, which I'll link up above, and I was really curious to read this one because this one is very, very highly acclaimed by the same author. The book is about the protagonist whose friend passes away by suicide, and she gets his dog, like a Great Dane, and she kind of doesn't want the dog but ends up with the dog in a certain situation, and that's why she kind of has to take care of the dog but also process her own grief, because this friend was very important to her throughout her life. So so the friend was like a mentor and a friend, so it's a very important figure in her life. So we're just seeing how she processes the grief along with trying to take care of this dog that she really didn't want, but kind of reminds her of her friend as well. So that's the story. I just started reading this. It's 9 a.m. I woke up and had my hot water and everything, and I was reading this, and I finished up to 30 pages of this book. So I'll read this throughout the vlog and also show you the other books that I picked up in Delhi and a couple in Mumbai, and yeah, that's the plan. So anyway, that's it for now. I have to start work now. I do want to kind of get an early start on that, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi. So welcome to the book haul part of this vlog, where I just show you all the books that I bought in the last 2 months. So these are all the books. Like I mentioned, I went to Delhi twice in the last 2 months, and I just love Delhi for all the bookstores and the great books that they have. So I went a little crazy both the times. So this is the culmination of all of that, plus a few books that I bought in Mumbai. So let's just quickly get started. I'll just show you the books that I have. I've read a few already. I've DNF'd one already. So I'll quickly talk you through these, and maybe at the end I'll give you like my full summary of all the books that I've read and what my thoughts are on them. So the first one that I have and I've read, Hernan Diaz, The Trust. I finished this, as you can see by the tabs, and this is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. It is a book about a book about a book. And it's basically set in New York, and it follows the lives of financiers in Wall Street who make their money, the most amount of money, during the stock market crashes of New York at various points in the last couple of centuries. And it is a very, very, very interesting book. I really liked it, and it's written also very beautifully, and it ties everything up together in such a seamless way. I loved it. I'll talk to you more about this book later on. Then I have from Kitab Khana, I had gotten Barbara Kingsolver's Demon Copperhead. This again is the winner of the Women's Prize and also the Pulitzer, I think. I think this was a joint winner. something like that. I'm yet to read this. I know that it's a retelling of David Copperfield. I know that it has mixed reviews on Bookstagram and BookTube, but I am looking forward to this one. Then I have the books which I bought in Delhi during my previous trip. These I had filmed like a YouTube short, which I'll link up above if you want to check it out. But the first one I have is Dust Child by Nguyen Phan Q Mai. Like I said, I think I mentioned I went to Vietnam last year and I really loved that country. I wanted to read something set in that. I don't know too much about this book, but I know that this is a famous author of Vietnam, so I'm looking forward to this. Another book that I've already read is I'm a Fan by Sheena Patel. This is a book about an obsessive situation of a woman who's obsessed with the guy that she's seeing, and also the woman that he's parallelly seeing, the woman that he's cheating on basically with her. It's dark, it's twisty, it's very obsessive, and I had a good time with it. It is a simple read, it's a short read, so because of that I think it added to it more. So yeah, I really did like it. Then I have If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. This is set in Harlem, and I know this is one of those black classics that everybody recommends. I'm really interested in reading this. Maybe this one will be the next one I pick out in this vlog after I finish my current read. And then I have Shame by Annie Ernaux. I had read her memoir on getting pregnant in the 80s in France when it was illegal, and that was the book that she had published before she won the Nobel, and I really loved that, so I was interested in reading more about her, and this is a fiction book of hers. Again, reassuringly thin book, and I am going to get to this hopefully within this vlog itself. So yeah, then I have the 4 books that I just bought in Delhi when I was there in this over the past weekend and half of a week. This time I went to this bookshop called the Kunzum Books in Vasant Kunj. I loved that bookshop. It was my first time there, but it was so beautiful and the collection is so good. I bought 2 books over there. So the first book that I bought was Hyderabad by Manpreet Sodhi Someshwar. This is a trilogy. It's called the Partition Trilogy. So it's 3 books set in Lahore, Hyderabad and Kashmir, 3 cities which saw a lot of upheaval during the partition, and I of course had to pick up the one which is set in Hyderabad because I'm from Hyderabad. I'm very interested in reading this. So this combines both non-fiction and fiction in a beautiful way is what I've heard, and I'm looking forward to this very much. And I also have Alice Munro's Open Secrets. This is a selection of short stories. I've heard great things about Alice Munro and her short stories, and these seem to be a collection of marriage, of gambles, of disappearances, of vandalism. So all the human emotions clearly, and yeah, looking forward to this one as well. And then I bought 2 books in Barisans this time, and I already DNF'd this one. This is The Idiot by Elif Batuman. I started reading this. So this is about this girl who's in Harvard, and it's a coming of age novel, but I think I'm just too old for these type of books because it just felt really pointless, like she's just recounting the classes that she goes to, the people that she meets, the things that she does. She's discovering her love for language, she's discovering herself, and it's just, there doesn't seem to be any point to the story. So it's just it's just normal life, and I quickly lost interest. I did get 100 pages into this, and I'm sad that I have to DNF this because this is a brand new book, but unfortunately I do. So yeah, another hyped book did not work for me. And then the last book that I have is a non-fiction, The Lonely City by Olivia Laing. Let's say Laing. I heard amazing things about this. This is a set of essays on solitude, on loneliness, on living alone in a big city as a woman, and I just love that subset of essays. I've heard amazing things about this book, so that's why I picked it up. I haven't read a non-fiction in a bit, so I'm kind of feeling that itch, but let's see. So how many books do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, which is the friend which is inside right now in the room. So I have 11 books that I bought in the last 2 months. I've read 2 and I've DNF'd 1, and I'm currently reading 1. So let's see how many of this stack we'll finish in this vlog. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you later. it's the next day. It's Friday, 28th July. It's been a long day of work for me. It's some things that kind of messed up. Yeah, tough day at work is what I mean. And I just want to zone out. So I don't know if I mentioned this in the vlog before, but my husband is not there until Sunday morning. So I have tonight and tomorrow full day and tomorrow night to spend by myself, and I think that's why I am managing to get quite some reading done, which is great. So yeah, reading update. I did finish The Friend by Sigrid Nunez. I finished it yesterday itself, so I finished it in one day. Only possible because I was working from home, so I could take like breaks with coffee and reading. Otherwise it would not have been possible, and it's also a thin book. I think I'll recap the book tomorrow morning because it's dark, there's not much light, but I did want to show you the book that I plan to read next, which I've kind of already started. This is Open Secrets by Alice Munro. Like I said, I bought this on Monday. No, I bought this on Wednesday. So this is one of my latest books that I have bought recently. So this will be book number 5 in the haul that I had showed you that I plan to read. And let's see how long this is going to take. I'm just starting it, so I have quite a bit of time tonight to just relax and forget everything that happened in the day today and just read and forget things. So that is the plan. I think I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Saturday. I have no particular plans. I might have to work. I will work for a little bit tomorrow, but apart from that I don't really have a plan. So let's see what I shall do. For now, that's it. Welcome to Sunday now. It is 30th July, and I am feeling very sleepy. I want to take a nap, so that's why I just thought I'll come on here and call this vlog to a close because I do want to upload this video today evening. To give you an update of how my reading has gone. So yesterday was Saturday. I filmed a bunch of clips, so you'll get like a vlog style thing of what I've done. So what did I do? I went for a workout. I went for like this hair spa thingy because my hair's been really in a bad condition lately, and I also got like a trim for all the dead ends. Then I went to a Swap Book Meet, which is this book club I'm a part of, and we all headed to dinner from there. So it was a really fun evening. Unexpectedly, I had a lot of plans which I didn't think I would. So because of that, I didn't really get a lot of reading done. I finished only one book in this entire vlog, which is The Friend by Sigrid Nunez. I am making my way through Open Secrets. I'm 200 pages in. I have 100 pages to go, but I feel too sleepy. I want to take a nap, so that's why I thought I'll just wrap up this video and talk about this book and my thoughts are, because I genuinely really liked it, and I would want to recommend it to everybody who's watching this video. So I did mention the plot of this. It's the unnamed narrator. She is dealing with the grief of a loved one passing away. The person who has passed away by suicide is somebody who was a mentor for her and also a very close friend. And while she's still processing that grief, she somehow ends up taking care of the friend's great Dan, which is his dog. And both of them go through this entire journey together of getting comfortable with each other, and eventually sharing a home, eventually just companionship, the relationship that develops between a dog and a human. This book has a lot of different themes. Grief is obviously a very big one. Dogs and how their dogs and their ability to mesh into a human's life, and just dogs in general is another theme. Then you have writing, because the narrator is a writer and her friend was also a famous writer. And then you have reading as well, because reading and writing, I would think, goes hand in hand. So there are a lot of like these different themes that the author talks about, and I feel that it is a little disjointed that way. Like there is no one clear plot through and through. Of course, the dog is a major part of it, and then the friend who passes away, and the relationship that the narrator and the friend have. There are no names, by the way. Of course, all of those are very important plot points of the book, but it also feels like just a stream of consciousness. She talks really about writers a lot, about how writing is this profession that is so, like, people think that it is a creative profession, so it's not without competition and all of that, but it's very far from the case, from the truth. Like, writers are also extremely competitive. They're not always nice to each other, and there's a lot of like infighting and bitching and all of that. And about how, like, writers are constantly told that write what you know. So that essentially means write about your life, right? But it's basically a form of betrayal when you're writing about the people who are in your life, like your friends and family. So she talks about that as well, because she's struggling to write about people in her life and what she sees, because she is of this opinion that, they'll get to know what she really thinks of them, and it's ultimately betrayal. And like, nobody likes to read about themselves in a book written by somebody they know and they love, right? So lot of different veins, and she talks a lot about dogs as well, and I really liked that part as well. I think in the vlog you would have seen a few of my favorite lines that I've annotated throughout this book, and overall I really loved this. It could have gone so bad because she's trying to do all of these different things, but she manages to kind of like tie it in beautifully with the overall book. And there's this one point where the narrator has this breakthrough with the dog. I won't ruin it for you, but it's in terms of like both of them are going through their own grief, right? And the dog in particular, it's a mute animal, so she's really hates seeing the dog kind of grieve the loss of its master. But then she has like this one breakthrough movement, and it just touched my heart so much. I really loved that scene, and it's written also so vividly that you can kind of picture it in front of your eyes. So yeah, absolutely loved it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. This is the second book of the author that I've read, and easily this one is much better than the other one that I've read, which is What Are You Going Through? That also has serious themes, but I feel like this did a better job in trying to convey what the author feels about these really serious themes. So yeah, loved it. I am making my way through Open Secrets. Like I mentioned, I'm 200 pages in. This is a collection of short stories, and usually my problem with short stories is that I never really end up getting invested in the characters and the storylines, because I mean, there's not enough time, I feel like. But I think if there are some writers who do short stories beautifully. Jhumpa Lahiri, I feel like, is one person like that, and Alice Munro also for me will qualify for that list. There are all these like different characters that I'm really touched by, and I feel like they'll remain in my head for a long time. And overall, it's going great. I'm really enjoying my time with this collection, so that's why I kind of don't want to rush it just for the sake of this video as well. I want to take my time with it. So I am going to read this over today and maybe even tomorrow, but for the video, I would say that this is the end. I did say that let's see how many books of the 11 books that I bought, how many would I read. So I ended up reading 3. Only 1 in this video, 2 previously, and then 1 has been a DNF. So 4 out of 11. I am going to make my way through the rest of the stack. Maybe later on I'll give you an update on how that's going. But that's it for the video. If you're still around, I hope you liked this video. I tried to do a lot of like a vlog style thing, which I usually don't really do. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you're still there around, please like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, and I will see you very soon.